Have you ever wondered which investment strategy will actually build you wealth faster? Is it through cash flow or is it through appreciation? Or is there a way you can actually combine both of them together? Most investors typically pick one without really knowing the risk. And today I'm breaking down what I've learned from building multi-million dollars rental property portfolio in Texas, and I'm sharing with you how my client and myself are choosing the right strategy for our goals. So you want to stick around because at the end, I show you how you can combine both long-term appreciation and unstoppable cash flow to build a long-term wealth. So if you're new here, I am Wale Lawal. I'm a rental property investor and real estate broker based in Houston, Texas, and I've worked with people like you to start and scale their rental portfolio. So when I started my real estate investing, I was so obsessed with cash flow. Everything I was just hearing is cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. My first single family rental was cash flowing about $300 a month, and I thought I was just done, I was set. But here is the truth. 5 years later, that cash flow helped me, but the real wealth actually came from appreciation. Plus, most of my properties that cash flow around $300 to $500 every month, they are mostly holder homes because they have issues. They have several maintenance issues, or they have tenant issues, among other things that kind of just makes me think that cash flow only is not the true way to build wealth in real estate. In addition to this, one of my clients, David, who bought a triplex in 2019 for around $560,000, it cash flow around $450 per month for him. Nothing crazy, but in today's market, it's worth around $810,000, and that is a $250,000 in home equity plus 5 years of cash flow. Imagine if he only focused on cash flow and ignore areas with appreciation potential. He wouldn't have realized that $250,000 in home equity. So in this video, I will walk you through the pros and cons of cash flow versus appreciation, the real life example with numbers, so you can see that this is real. This is not just something I'm just talking about. Also, I will show you how to choose the right strategy based on your own unique situation and your own unique goals. I will also show you the third secret approach, which is how you can actually combine appreciation and cash flow together. Now, according to Roof Stocks, nearly 90% of real estate millionaires leverage appreciation to grow their wealth, while cash flow kept them stable along the way. But appreciation is the main thing that actually may help them build that wealth. So what is cash flow investing? Cash flow investing means buying properties that produces rental income that exceed your expenses, your monthly expenses. For example, your income is $2,000 and all your expenses is $1,700. That leftover $300 is what we call cash flow. Now, everybody loves cash flow, including myself. I will never say no to cash flow because they provide immediate income, they covers my mortgage and all the expenses, and also they are safer in a flat market that is not growing. It's safer. It helps you keep that property long term. But here is the cons, right? It's often any property that cash flow heavy, they are often in a slower growing market like your Gary, Indiana. They are also less long-term equity growth because they are cash flow market. They are not really meant for appreciation. Now, they can trap you into managing a low quality property for a high cash flow because, again, the tenant quality will not be great. The neighbor will not be great because they are just meant for cash flow, not for appreciation. Now, for example, I have a single family home in North Houston that cash flow around $700 every month, but the area appreciation is almost 1 to 2% annually, which is terrible, right? Because Houston appreciation is typically around 4 to 5% in most neighborhoods. So, but I'm making the $700 cash flow, but appreciation for me was zero. So this is the real pitfall of just focusing on cash flow. So what is appreciation investing? Appreciation investing focus on properties in areas that are expected to rise in value over time, like your Katy, Cypress, the Woodland, Pearland, and Missouri cities. Now, the pros are it allows you to build a massive net worth in few years. It's great for equity leverage. That is, you own the property, the value has gone up. Now you can also do what we call a cash out refinance to free up that money and go and use it as a down payment to buy the next property. Now, here are the disadvantages or the cons of focusing on only appreciation. It can be a low or break break-even cash flow initially. I'm talking about your 1 to 2 years when you bought it. You may not cash flow, you may just be breaking even. They also require market timing. You got to time the market correctly, and above all, you have to make sure you do an extensive research to buy in the right location, which I have a lot of video in this channel that actually walk you through what are the neighborhood you should focus on in the Houston area if you're looking to buy for long-term appreciation with steady growth, with good tenants, among the rest. Now, it could also be a very risky strategy if you are only investing for only appreciation. So you want to make sure you marry appreciation with cash flow. Now, one of my clients, Sarah, actually bought a townhouse in Independent Heights in Houston for around $350,000, and it's only cash flow around $100 monthly, but 5 years later, it's worth around $550,000. That is a whooping $200,000 in equity gain, simply because she bought in the right place and she was okay making only $100 cash flow every month because she understood her goal. She understood that I'm buying for appreciation. So how can you choose in between cash flow or appreciation, or combine both of them together? You have to ask yourself these honest questions. Number one, do you need immediate income or a long-term wealth? Number two, can you undo a negative or break-even cash flow if appreciation is high? Is it something you have to decide? Number three, what is your risk tolerance and what is your job situation? Do you have a steady income? Do you have other sources of income? Now, the rule of thumb is that early investors with limited reserve should prioritize cash flow for safety. That is always the rule of thumb. But investors with stable income can focus on appreciation and build a long-term net worth faster because they have a stable job, or they have a stable business, or they have other sources of income that they don't have to rely on a $200 cash flow from a rental property for them to pay their bill. So here's a quick question for you. Are you a cash flow or appreciation investor right now? Drop your comment in the section below. I want to see it. You can drop cash flow if you're a cash flow investor. You can drop appreciation if you are an appreciation focused investor, or if you are both. Drop the word appreciation plus cash flow in the comment section below, and I'll be in the comment section replying to it myself. So if you are finding value here, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell so I can let you know the next time I have a new video. And this takes me to the strategy that most people just don't talk a lot about, which is you can actually combine appreciation with cash flow. That is what I'm doing. That is what a lot of successful investors I know of are doing. They are combining both strategies. I don't only buy for appreciation and I don't only buy for cash flow. I want to be able to combine appreciation with cash flow. I buy properties in area with positive cash flow and also make sure that they are above average in appreciation potential, like your KD, Cypress, Missouri City, Pearland, and also Sugarland. These are areas that is known to have a lot of appreciation historically. Now, I mentioned Cypress, Texas, like your 77433 or your Spring Branch 77080. All in Houston area. They have a steady rent growth plus strong appreciation from new development and job growth and major highways expansion. These are the things that you want to look for. And this is why it actually works. You get monthly income plus home equity growth, then you leverage it into more properties. You just don't want to buy only for cash flow or only for appreciation. Find a property, find a neighborhood that can marry both of them together, and you'll be glad you did. And this is where your investor agent actually comes into play, because they are local experts, hopefully, and also they are also investing in the same market like you, and they have the knowledge of the spots to go and buy in, the zip code to go and buy in, the neighborhood to go and buy in, that will give you both appreciation and cash flow. Now, like I said, most successful investors and the wealthiest investors I know, they do combine both of them. My approach is that every property must cash flow at least $200 every month after all expenses and be in a location with a job growth. Development is happening there. There is a rising income and there is a huge rental demand. So this is no any hype, just a smart simple real estate investing strategy with a lot of common sense as well. That is how I've been able to continue to grow my portfolio. That is how I've continued to help other people also grow their portfolio as well. So here is the takeaway, right? Cash flow will keep you in the game. It will keep you to own that property for a long time, but appreciation is the true wealth builder. If you can combine both of these together, you have the ultimate wealth building strategy. Do not pressure yourself to buy a risky deal. Do not pressure yourself to just buy a low income property simply because it will cash flow $700 or $600 every month. Focus on a solid, boring investment that actually pay you today and tomorrow. And above all, they are on the path of progress. They are growing. They have at least 3 to 4 annual steady appreciation. Now, once again, I thank you for watching this video till the end. Make sure to click on that subscribe button and the notification bell so I can let you know the next time I have a new video. But before you go, I actually want you to watch this video next, where I walk you through how to analyze rental property in under 5 minutes with a real life example that you can follow and make an informed decision when you are making an offer on your property. I'm Wale Lawal. And remember that your financial journey starts with only one decision, and you can make that decision today.